don't want to be out of compliance. I'd like to make it on time.
I know they'll have a question election.
He's ready. He's ready.
Okay. Good evening. I'd like to call the meeting to order and welcome everyone. This meeting is being held in accordance with the schedule of meetings adopted at the organizational meeting held on January 3rd, 2024. Adequate notice of this regular meeting of the Kenilworth Board of Education has been approved to the Home News Tribune, the Star Ledger, and the local source on January 11, 2024. A hard copy has been filed with the Kenilworth Borough Clerk, posted in the board office, the Kenilworth Borough Hall, Brearley, and Harding Schools, as is provided by the Open Public Meeting Act. Let's just wait one moment for Mr. Ganella to see if we can get the flag.
Thank you.
Yep.
Okay, and then we'll do the salute, please. If not, we can proceed. Okay, we're going to do it now. Please rise and join us in the salute to the flag in one moment.
We started without you.
It's like Iwo Jima.
I read the statement for you. I pretended to be you for this evening.
They used it for the election last meeting, or whenever it was.
Thank you.
My heart going.
Thank you. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you, Mr. Ganella, for getting that. When you have a chance, can we please have roll call?
Yes. Biner.
Here.
David.
Here.
Drogan.
Here.
Ferrara.
Here.
Haberthur.
Here.
Ladati.
Here.
Panici.
Here.
Tiers.
Here.
Zimmerman. We have quorum.
Okay, thank you. At this time, we'll have the superintendent's report, presentations, and discussions. Mr. Davies.
Hi, good evening, everybody. We had a wonderful admin retreat today, all-day retreat where we talked about our district values and our goals. So we've been working on that as a leadership team, and we had a really nice day. And I'll be reporting more about that in the coming months. But in the meantime, there are two reports that I'm obligated to report to you and the public. The first is the WIDA Access Report. And let me just cue that up here. WIDA is the test that all of our English language learners take on a yearly basis to measure their progress in acquiring English language skills. So every March, K through 12 students take the WIDA Access Test, and we are obligated to report this out. So you'll see here on the chart and also in the packet are the scores, the number of students who took the WIDA Access Test per grade level and their average score. I think it's important to note that the goal of ELL is to exit students from ELL. So that is the whole goal of the program, is to get them out of the program. So the score of proficiency of a 4.5 or above is what it takes to get out of the the ELL program. So any student who scores that is then out of the program. So that you might not see scores of 5s or 6s. That's part of the reason why. But the score range is from a 1 through a 6. 1 meaning you have very minimal English language skills. 6 meaning you are very strong in your English language skills. So one of the things just to keep in mind is if we get a student to enroll in the district in, say, January from Guatemala, for example, and that student then takes the access test immediately in March, they have no language skills at that point, so that is part of the factor. of this scoring. But this is one of the reports that we need to report out to the public. Here it is, and I just give you a moment to take a look at it if you have any questions.
Yeah, I have a question. So obviously I can see these are average scores, all below the 4.5 required to get out. But within the average, do we have any students who are actually getting out?
Yes, we do. I don't have the data on that off the top of my head, but I know anecdotally, as principal of Brearley this past year, I know that we exited out 3 students at Brearley. I don't have the Harding numbers, but we are actively working to exit students out. And we've actually done a lot of work with our ELL program recently because we've seen a growing population, so we've put more and we've invested more into that population. Yeah.
So there's total 81 that are in this class?
Yes.
Some are leaving, so they're not in this account. This is what we have. Right? This is the total students. that
Total
need-
students who are
Okay,
in
that still need this-
ELL programs are 81, yeah.
Any questions?
Any other questions?
Thank you.
Okay. Thank you very much. The second report is the SSDS report, which is the School Safety Data Systems report. And we have 2 charts to take a look at for SSDS. They can also be found in your packet. The first one is the number of restraints, programs, and trainings that have occurred in the school year of 2023-2024 compared to the past 2 years. So you'll see restraints are down, programs are, oh, sorry. There we go. Sorry about that. So you'll see that also the trainings have gone down. That's partly because the trainings have been already completed, so our trainings are lower as a result. Before I move on to the next chart, any questions about that one?
I guess I do have one. So the training programs are going down. I guess there's no need for them, but
Right.
are there refreshers included in here, or do they need refreshers? You know, let's say you took the class in 2022. Do you need something again in 2024?
It depends on the program, depends on the,
Okay.
yes, like a restraint training.
Yeah,
no.
I mean-
Once you've been trained on how to
Yeah, I
do
mean-
restraints, you don't need to be
Okay.
retrained.
So
Okay.
this might be reflective of new staff members.
New staff members coming in.
Okay,
sure.
gotcha. Okay, thank you.
The next chart is the period of January through June of this past school year. Different statistics, violent incidences, vandalism incidences, substance use, weapons, HIBs, HIB alleged, and other incidents. And so this is the statistics for that. It's nice to see those violence numbers are down. We continue to work on the substance piece. That is as we've talked about, nationwide societal issue that all schools are dealing with, specifically high schools. HIBs confirmed that number has gone higher. On one hand, we need to address that from a proactive standpoint. On the other hand, I want you to know and the public to know that whenever we get something, we investigate it thoroughly, and I think that demonstrates that we take all those allegations seriously and make sure that we investigate it thoroughly.
Is that increase in confirmed HIB more of a systemic issue, or is that things are just being now more included in an HIB confirmed case?
Again, anecdotally, as the former principal, I would say that we err on the side of always investigate, and we err on the side of confirming it if it's any question of HIB to protect the child.
Okay. What would what would fall in the bucket of other incidents of removal? Is that just behavioral issues?
Yeah, it could be disrespect towards a teacher, removed from the school day due to a suspension, something like that. Yeah.
Good.
Thank you.
Thank you. That is all for my report.
Wonderful, thank you, Mr. Davies. We'll now move on to report of committees, review of resolutions and board discussions. Up first, finance and facilities and negotiations, Mr. Legati.
The schools were basically, from what Mr. Ganellis told me, we're on target for the opening of both schools, so that's good. As always, the staff does a great job here getting the school ready. Both schools ready, I should say. So as to resolutions, one is CUSAC Review Committee, approval for that, for their review, and so we could get ready for the state's performance and compliance review. Two, Mr. Davies just presented, that's the safety data. 3 through 9 are various plans and programs in preparation for the new school year to be compliant with the state guidelines, that's 3 through 9. And 10 is the approval for the fireworks celebration on 9/3. Just on a side note, Mr. Canella told me that he's met with the police, the fire officials, several councilmen, and all the fireworks. They went over all the safety issues, where it's gonna be spotted, et cetera. So, I think we're all happy with the safety concerns on that.
Yes.
And that's all I have for that report. Just for just game, because I didn't remember the date of negotiations. So for negotiations, you want me to do that? So we're meeting with the other two groups other than the teachers, the aides, secretaries, and maintenance crew, on September 10th at 5:30. And hopefully we'll get everything done that night, if not by the end of September. That's our goal. That's all I have, unless you have any questions on this.
The fireworks coming back here where they belong, we discussed that when, in the beginning, we wound up in Blackbrook Park or something.
It was a safety issue, no one took
I
them away
understand
from
that, but
here.
what happened? I mean, what could we have not done back then, now that we've done it now, which I'm so happy about?
Not a question for us. That's whoever
Okay, so
made it, we did not say no.
Okay, I know that.
Okay, so
I know.
someone made the decision to move it to Blackbrook Park. I don't know who that was, but they decided to move it back here.
And it could be done safely.
Yeah, I never doubted that it could be done safely. My concern was where they are going to launch it, and what they're going to do now is they're going to be launching it closer to the school as opposed to closer to the field. They're not concerned about buildings. They do a search after the fireworks. They go up on the roof, make sure everything's okay. So that was the logistical thing. We're even allowing them to open up the bleachers, the home bleachers, to use the home bleachers as a viewing site. So it's a good opportunity for them to see the field and see the stadium and use it. I mean, it's a community project. The whole community should be able to use it, and I think it's a great opportunity for the community to see the field and enjoy it.
You're gonna have food trucks and stuff?
I think there are going to be food trucks, yes. I won't be cooking that night, but there will be food trucks.
Okay, I just like, everyone's saying, because I talked to the mayor, and they're all saying, oh, it was the school, and so it's
That's
just,
not true.
That's not
should
true.
have happened right from the beginning,
not true.
so, okay.
Well, we had
thank you.
issues right in the
Right.
beginning too. You had all the construction going on the field, so you had trucks there, equipment there. You don't want people walking through all that either. I mean, that was a concern of mine, but we never said no to the town that they couldn't do it here. We had to address the concern of safety issues, right? So,
Well, we also were concerned about damage to
The field.
the new the new turf,
Right.
so which we
Right.
just spent millions of dollars on.
It's a good 100, they're shooting it now a good 150 feet away from where they normally shot it, so.
And I'm glad
You
it's
know,
back
I-
here like it should be. Everyone I talked to wasn't going to Blackbrook Park, you can't take, seniors can't go down, it was ridiculous to try to have it there, so, thank you.
Anybody else, any questions for Mr. Ladati? Okay. Up next, thank you, Mr. Ladati. Up next, Personnel and Management, Mr. Habefer.
Yes, there are 11 resolutions tonight. Resolution 11 and 12 are the acceptance of resignations. 13, 14, and 15 are the approval, 13 and 14 are the approval of hiring teachers. Resolution 15 is the approval for the interim assistant principal. Resolution 16 is a conversion of a part-time kindergarten teacher to full-time. Resolution 17 is change in salary. 18 is the approval of certified instructional staff for the 24-25 school year. Yes. 19 is the approval of additional teaching sections for the 24-25 school year. Resolution 20 is the approval of co-curricular stipends for the 24-25 school year. And Resolution 21 is the approval of substitute staff. And that's it.
Anyone have any questions for Mr. Hazelberg?
Yes. So the kindergarten, was it half-day kindergarten or full day? I'm not sure. But I know the count went up, so it was always full day. So, and we're making her a full-timer, what was it, 2 part-timers or something?
No, so we saw with summer registrations into the district, we saw our numbers ticking up in terms of class sizes, and we were hitting 21. We don't want our kindergartens to be that large. So we were able to take this teacher who was co-teaching in a kindergarten section part-time, and she's going to do full-time now.
So she was in a class and now she's gonna have her own class?
Yes.
Let's see what else.
Anyone else, any questions, or do you know
That
what?
still has,
Yeah, I have, the other one was answered, I made a call on that.
Yeah, we just have to update the handbook now.
Okay.
I read through the handbook
Oh,
today.
yes.
Okay. Up next, I don't think we don't, curriculum instruction, Mrs. Steers?
I have
Okay.
nothing tonight.
And then, Mr. Canal, would you like me to read the policy review?
Sure.
Okay, Resolution 22, be it resolved that the Kenilworth Board of Education, in accordance with Policy and Regulation 1400 and Policy 3111, and the recommendation of the superintendent, approves the following new job description: substitute coordinator, middle school robotics club advisor, and high school robotics team advisor. At this time, do we have any old business? We'd just like to address that for the TAB committee. There is a date set. Mr. Davies has worked with the KEA to set a date for October. Okay. Anything under new business?
who's on the TAB committee? I forgot, I'm sorry.
Mr. Haberther, Mr. David, myself, and
Okay.
Mr. Davies.
So, under new business, I don't know if this is appropriate, but we have 5 people running for Board of Education, so we ask for your support.
Thank you.
Because Michelle and I are at the end, so sometimes they just go down like this.
Okay. We just wanted to mention, in state news, there was a new literacy initiative mentioned by the governor. There has not been specifics yet, but there most likely will be some type of guidance, funding, curriculum requirements coming down the pike for his new ELA literacy initiative. So I wanted to just bring that up. And we're very excited to be back. Welcome everybody back in a week or two, and that's it. Anybody else under new business? Okay. At this time, we'd like to open up the meeting to the public. Is there a motion to open up the meeting to the public?
So moved.
Second. Okay, motion made by Mr. David, seconded by Mr. Biner. All those in favor of opening the meeting to the public, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Ayes have it, motion carries. Mr. Ganella?
Well, you want to do roll call?
You want to open
No.
the meeting to the public or no?
Oh,
And then read
yeah,
the
I guess-
statement, and
I guess-
then we'll close?
I guess I can for all the public that's here. The
Yes.
public will be,
I can read it
public
if you don't
comment will
want to.
be, will now be accepted. The Board of Education sets a limit to the public to speak to the Board of Education to 5 minutes per person unless prior permission has been granted by the Board of Education to extend time pursuant to Board of Education bylaw 0167 for the record. When you come up, please indicate your name and address prior to making your comments.
Seeing no public, can I have a motion to
Maybe
close?
Greg wants to say something.
Greg, anyone? Okay. Seeing no
I
public.
make a motion to close the public portion of the meeting.
Okay, motion by Mr. David, seconded by Mr. Haberther. All those in favor of closing the meeting to the public, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Okay, ayes have it, motion carried. The meeting is now closed to the public. Mr. Ganella, roll call of resolutions, please, when you're
Yes,
ready.
there are 22 resolutions on this evening's agenda. Do any of those resolutions need to be voted on separately?
I think-
No? Okay, so this is for all 22 resolutions. Biner?
Yes.
David?
Yes.
Drogan?
Yes.
Ferrara?
Yes.
Haberther?
Yes.
Ladati? Tiers?
Yes.
And Panici.
Yes,
Motion's carry unanimously.
okay, thank you. Is there a need to go into closed executive session?
There is not.
Okay, So at this time, can I?
Make a motion to adjourn.
Second.
Okay, motion made by Mr. David, seconded by Mrs. Tiers. All those in favor of adjourning, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Ayes have it, motion is carried, meeting is now adjourned. Thank you very much.